found a home. Good morning. So this week we are having our spring cleaning sale and I have some pieces to finish, so I wanted to take you guys on a little shop studio vlog of painting, finishing some more items and framing them up. Today we have to cut our frames because we have some pieces that need framed, and hopefully I end up finishing more that are going to need frames as well. So let's get to the shop and start cutting. So I cut these not exactly in half. So I cut these with about 54 inches on one side, just for the bigger pieces that I may make. Even though we're cutting these for probably smaller pieces, I want to stock up on frames, so I like to do 2 different lengths just in case I have a big project coming up. So I have seen so many different ways that people use different wood to frame their pieces. This has just been a way that has been consistent for us from the beginning. Yes, it does take a lot of time going through the joiner and the planer and then eventually cutting it all down with the table saw, but it just creates a consistent frame that I really like, and I know what they will look like. So I appreciate that when going to finish products and being able to stockpile these frames. Alright, so I took a little lunch break. I got all the boards planed down. There was one board, it was so warped that basically when I ran it through the joiner and the planer, it's going to be a little bit thinner than I like my frame heights to be. So that's okay, still going to cut them down. Just going to be a little bit shorter than like my standard frame. But with me doing this spring sale, some of the pieces are like only 1/2 inch thick. So those shorter frames might actually work out a little bit better. So we're going to cut down all the frames on the table saw right now and wrap them up so we can start on framing up some products. Good morning. It is now Wednesday morning, so we are going to be cutting the frames to fit all the projects for the spring cleaning sales. I showed this in the Mosaic Madness vlog, but including this painting. I was going to put it in a mosaic, but now I'm going to have it be part of the spring cleaning. I did have to cut some rabbited frames too, so there's going to be, I have that upside down, sorry. There's going to be this canvas available that I'm going to have a wood frame on. And then a couple smaller signs we need to finish today, so some painted triangles not all of these might be on the site. I think probably these two, because they're the same size. This one's a tad smaller, so just for size transparency, these two will probably only be available, but I'm going to frame all three. And then I do have to sand these, but we have some minis. I've made this before, but some minis. You Are My Sunshine. Obviously got to sand the char off of this, but some You Are My Sunshine mini signs. These are great for like sitting in offices or like on desks, just like a small little piece. And then I have a lot of things that I could probably get finished. I'm going to create frames for them just to have them set and ready. I feel like framing is definitely one of the most time-consuming processes in building some of these signs, so I like to do it just all in one day if I can, get them all cut and sanded and then staining them all at one time. So normally I have a ton of projects just filling up the table spaces that I have in the workshop. Luckily with the spring sale, it wasn't filling every single flat surface like it does most of the times, but this is just the easiest way for me to just take a day and knock out all the frames. I know this is probably not the most efficient way of making frames. I know a lot of people do the rabbited frames for mass production, but honestly, this method is working for me right now. I would like to look into a different method in the future, but until I figure out a more consistent system, I guess we're gonna stick with this just because it gives me the ability to have the frames ready and really be able to frame up any size or shape that I'm cutting right now. It works for now, we'll leave it at that. So somehow I lost my clips of me working on staining all the frames, but all the pieces here I did get finished and uploaded for our spring cleaning sale. I didn't get to add any pieces like I was hoping to. I was probably being a little too ambitious, but I'm really happy with what I got on the sale for website launch weekend, and we're gonna jump to after the sale. I have to document this moment. The Blooms Cascade painting has found a home and I'm shipping it off literally tonight. It is almost 8 o'clock at night. Getting all my orders from our spring sale shipped, but I just can't believe this found a home. Kate, I don't know if you watch YouTube, but thank you if you do. You are awesome, and I can't wait for this to be a part of your Southwood collection. But it's a very cool moment for me. This is the biggest painting I've ever made, ever sold. This was a jump into me making more fine art. So thank you guys. Thank you for all the orders, but this one is like super, super special to me, for sure. So last night I spent the whole night working on packing up all the orders from our spring cleaning sale, which I think was a really, really big success. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and honestly I really kind of ran out of time for marketing it, so I'm glad that it went well considering I didn't talk about it much. So we're packaging up orders for that. I have to just finish getting the name labels on them for the UPS drop off today. So while we're doing the UPS drop off, we will be doing a store drop off as well to take some signs that didn't sell / get some more spring merchandise into that store and just replenish to start off the year right. And then for the rest of the week we're working on customs, custom designing, and Mosaic Madness. So if you've been following the Mosaic Madness vlogs at all, which if you haven't, you should be, you know that's happening right now, just like in the mix of everything else. It's like a little overwhelming and I definitely feel behind. So I need to be building for a little bit of both. honestly, like I said, even though I did not get as much done for the spring cleaning sale as I wanted to, the sales that I got from it, I am just so thankful, so thankful. Honestly, anytime I do a launch and have people buy right away, it still makes me giddy and happy, and you are just helping me continue to make great pieces and put them out in the world. So if you bought something, thank you so much. I will never be able to explain how it makes me feel.